Wow, somebody's finally awake. Good deal. All right, so we're going to have a whole bunch of things to celebrate this morning. We appreciate you guys getting in so we can get started. We do have a little treat for the seniors. You guys might remember this. When I saw it, it made me think of the one I did at Berkshire. But Mr. Chenoweth, if you could, Ms. Markajon, could you grab the light for a quick second? Because I don't think they're going to be able to see it unless we do the light. You're fine. Okay, folks, so we're going to get started calling off the different names for the different awards, whatnot. What we are asking is if you would come around down, accept your award, and then if you could, once you have your award, step out into the hallway. We're going to take a quick picture, and we will get this started. All right, now we're in action. First up, I would like to introduce Mr. Jeff Griffiths.
Good morning. All right, my name is Jeff Griffiths. I'm the treasurer of the Geneva Academic Boosters, and I'm here to present the second annual All-Timer Award. So the All-Timer Award we created last year, and it's the opportunity for each year's senior class to nominate and then honor their all-time favorite teacher in each of the Geneva Elementary School buildings as well as the middle school. So Cork, GPS, Austinburg, and GMS. So we want to celebrate the best of those teachers who had the biggest impact on your life from your votes and comments. They really are kind of your GOATs, right? Your greatest of all time. Now, I told my daughter I wouldn't make puns, so I'll try to stay clear of that. I apologize. Nobody's GOAT time for that. Sorry, that was bad. Just kidding. Okay, so we only asked we asked you to vote once. You could vote for one teacher from each school and the middle school, and then a selection panel for the Geneva Academic Boosters decided the winners. So let us begin. So, from GPS school, the class of 2024 we honored two teachers this year. One who's not here, who's at GPS today, and we will be recognizing him tomorrow at GPS. A couple nominees talked about him, saying, growing up, I had so many different ideas of what I wanted to go to school for, but there was one teacher who impacted my life and is the reason why I wanted to become an elementary school teacher. My fourth grade history teacher changed my life by simply saying it's okay to ask for help sometimes. It shaped me into the person I am today, and I thank him every day. Someone else also said he made me want to learn about American history. So one of our two winners in GPS is Mr. Kopsek. Our second winner by you, the class of 2024 at GPS, here are some comments about her. When I first moved to Ohio, she was my very first teacher here that I met. She was very welcoming, and she helped me learn slowly and carefully, and she understood my shyness, and I remember having fun with activities in her class and meeting some of the friends I have today. She was so sweet, and she really is an angel. She was the kindest person I have ever met. She had such a warm demeanor and really welcomed you. The second teacher we'd like to recognize is Mrs. Annie Bryan, and Mr. Kurt Bryan is here today to accept something on her behalf. A bouquet of flowers. And then I have a certificate. And the Geneva Academic Boosters will be making a $100 donation on behalf of your class to the Andy Bryan and Kelly Early Scholarship Fund as recognition. So, yeah. All right, so Osterberg, this teacher is at Osterberg today, but we'll just recognize her quickly. Some of your comments about her: she was an amazing teacher, explained things perfectly. She was always so kind to all of her students, barely had to yell at us. And it was overall a great educator. She made me realize I actually enjoyed going to school. She made the class an enjoyable experience and made sure that we all were interested. And the winner from the class of 2024 for Osterberg is Mrs. Dilworth. Okay. All right, next to Cork. The voting and comments for this teacher, who is here with us today, said, although my memory may be vague from second grade, I can remember Mrs. Ellis has always been a very welcoming, warm-hearted, and devoted teacher who enjoyed doing what she did every day. I generally felt cared for in her presence, and she made a major impact on me during that time in my life, and I forever will be grateful. So the Cork winner, all-timer for the class of 2024, Mrs. Ellis. She'll be receiving the GOAT t-shirt from the class of 2024 as well. And then her certificate. Thank them. And for Geneva Middle School, some of the comments for the teacher that was selected. She truly prepared me for high school and college. She was always able to listen to me and made me feel seen and cared for more than any other teachers. She was one of the most memorable and helpful teachers I've ever had. She set me up for high school and for life in general. I had her for 3 years of English, and she taught me more than any other teacher I ever had. She always made me sure we understood the lessons and prepared her students for the future. If I never had her, I wouldn't have been as prepared for high school. Good teacher who cared about students. So your winner, the class of 2024, all-timer winner for the middle school, Mrs. Kaufman. We tricked her to be here. All right, and now for the Geneva High School Teacher of the Year for the 2023-2024 school year. For the second year, the Geneva Academic Boosters is acknowledging the excellence of Geneva High School educators with the 2024 Geneva High School Teacher of the Year. Voting was open to all students, teachers, and staff at the high school. Last year, we were honored to make our first selection of Teacher of the Year with Matthew Deering. And this year, here are some of the comments about the teacher who won today. Makes people laugh and is inspirational. He's always nice to his students and understands them. He's the funniest teacher and teaches in engaging ways. He's nice and teaches good. He's a great teacher and a great person to all of his students. He's always nice to everyone. He's the best teacher ever. The winner of the 2024 Geneva High School Teacher of the Year is Mr. Chapazzi. stuff too. Thank you.
All right, next up, Mrs. Beth Sobolski.
Okay, moving on to my next hat. Good morning, Eagles. I'm Beth Cybulski, Youth Program Manager of Leadership, Ashtabula County, a nonprofit formed in 1989 to encourage, educate, and stimulate individuals of all ages to become more familiar with, more interested in, and more engaged in all facets of civil endeavor that affect Ashtabula County citizens. We accomplish this through both adult and youth programming. The following students I will call up here to recognize for service in the program exemplify what it means to be a leader in the Ashtabula County community. Most of these students were part of the youth leadership class of 2023 and continued this year with the senior YL2 program. At our celebration breakfast a couple of weeks ago, those students who went through the program in their junior and senior years received cords to wear at graduation. Those in the program for senior year only were presented with certificates of completion. These youth leaders took knowledge learned from Ashtabula area organizations and local leaders and applied that to real life situations. Throughout the last 2 years, they worked within teams and at times on their own, but through what they've experienced these past years, they've shown true resiliency and grit, and I cannot wait to see the amazing things they will accomplish as they step forward into their next chapter of life. I'm honored to recognize the following students: Hannah Costello, Grace Dubsky, Zachary Johnson, Maggie Moon, Owen Pfeiffer, Riley Platt, Elizabeth Raymond, and Rochelle Sanders. If you could join me in congratulating them one more time, and thank you for your service to the community. Exits, stage left. I think they want a picture. At this time, I would like to recognize those student leaders who are part of the Youth Leadership of Ashtabula County Class of 2024. These students gathered once per month from September to May with other juniors from schools throughout the county to learn more about their county, themselves, and their community. They collaborated on projects with local nonprofit groups to benefit other county youth and community organizations. Each student was presented with a certificate of completion at the end of the program year project fair on May 9th at the Ashtabula Arts Center. It has been a pleasure having these students in our program this year, and I look forward to seeing them back for their senior year. I'm honored to recognize Joanna Armington, Luke Barbo, Sophia Bell, Michaela Bernardo, Preston Cash, Jameel Douglas, Bridget Doherty, Sophie Galeazzo, Abby Griffiths, Abby Johnson, Tyler Lee, Patrick McKinney, Abe Rosales, Donnie Shimsky, Olivia Todd, and Julia McDaniel. Those of you who are sophomores signed up for the program, I look forward to seeing you in the fall.
All right. So little change to the program if you can help me out because, I promised I wouldn't change too many things my first year, but I try to change the small things to make things a little bit better. For the next awards as we go through, how about we try coming up those steps so we come this way? So that way if there's a group, so we're not bottlenecking here, okay? Our next presenter, I would like to welcome Staff Sergeant John Martis from the United States Marine Corps.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Staff Sergeant Martis, and I am the local Marine Corps recruiter for Ashtabula County and some of Lake and Geauga, covering a wide area, right? And every year, the Marine Corps takes pride in recognizing outstanding performances in academics, athletics, and music. I'm here this morning to present the Scholastic Excellence Award, the Distinguished Athlete Award, and the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence. First off, I'd like to thank Geneva and the staff for having me, and the other branches who are here as well, to present or to recognize the outstanding performance of your students. I have had the privilege to reach out to most of you and talk to you about the Marine Corps. Real quick, raise your hand if I have called you over the phone yet. This is all seniors, yeah? Raise your hand, don't be scared. Yeah. So as you look around, not a lot of people take the time to actually understand what the military has to offer. And this is completely like off script, but for the other branches, the Armed Forces has made it very accommodating for everybody to do what you want to do with your life and serve in the military at some capacity. So before you start the rest of your life, I encourage you to at least talk to a recruiter about the opportunities that you can still take advantage of while you are pursuing whatever it is else that you want to do with your life. I probably won't get a chance to say it, but I just wanted to say that over the past few years, you've gained the tools and training necessary to take on the next few years of your life, and go chase your dreams and never give up. School might be over, but life's lessons are yet to be learned. So keep an open heart, open mind, and congratulations to all of you. And we will get on with these awards. The first one that I'm going to present is the Scholastic Excellence Award. So, for 247 years, the Marines have been recognized as the greatest warfighting organization in the world. We earned that reputation because in the Marines, we teach every new recruit the value of physical and mental strength. Mental strength comes through academic study. This award reinforces the tough and smart image of the Marine Corps by recognizing noteworthy academic achievements as well as leadership excellence. I am honored to recognize the efforts of a special student. This student has demonstrated outstanding citizenship and leadership in academics. The United States Marine Corps takes pleasure in presenting the Scholastic Excellence Award to Caden Collins. You're just standing there. Look pretty. Give me the other two. The next one would be the Distinguished Athlete Awards, right? So since the United States Marine Corps was established in 247 years ago, we have been challenged with some of the most demanding physical standards in the world. We require our Marines to be in their absolute top physical condition in order for the Marine Corps to respond to our nation's call. The Marine Corps realizes that the foundation for good physical fitness is laid in the high school athletics organizations. In addition to good training habits, high school athletes are well aware of teamwork and discipline, two important elements in the makeup of a United States Marine. For this reason, the United States Marine Corps takes pleasure in supporting high school athletics by presenting the Distinguished Athletes Award. This year's recipients, who are recognized for displaying courage, self-confidence, and leadership in a high school athlete, are Wyatt Habina and Bailey Evangelista. All right, the last one that I'm going to award is the Semper Fidelis Award. Who here knows that the Marine Corps has a band? Heck yeah. Who has ever watched the presidential inauguration? If not, I highly encourage it. That band is made up of Marines. It is very hard. Every single one of those band members holds a doctor's degree in music, all paid for by the Marine Corps, of course. But it is a very prestigious band, world-renowned, and basically that's what we're trying to do here is reach out to the music field as well. But it gives me great pleasure to finally award the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence, the special forces of the high school, right? The United States Marine Corps is proud to have one of the finest musical programs in the world. The most notable member of the program is the Marine Band, also known as the President's Own, from Washington, D.C. This prestigious musical organization was formed in 1798 and has played at every presidential inauguration since Thomas Jefferson's. The Marine Corps realizes that there would be no band or no Marine band without dedicated young musicians. For this reason, the Marine Corps supports the high school band programs by awarding the Semper Fidelis Award. I am honored to present this year's Semper Fidelis Award for recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman to Emily Netzel. All right, so those are the awards from the United States Marine Corps, and in closing, what I'd like to do is just give one more round of applause for these distinguished students. All right, you guys are good. And the last thing that I'll leave you guys with is a challenge, right? I know you guys are about to start the next few years. Some of you have a plan, most of you don't. I encourage you to reach out to all of your options and explore everything that this world has to offer you. And I'll tell you what I leave every student with who comes into my office exploring opportunities in the Marine Corps is whenever you join the military in general, the world is literally at your fingertips. If you're curious how you can actually get that, talk to a recruiter. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome Amy Price to the podium.
Hello, I am Amy Price. I am with the Ashtabula County Medical Center, and I'm here to talk to you today about the ACMC Academy program. Launched in 2008, ACMC Academy is an 8-week internship program that gives students an opportunity to explore careers in healthcare. Students are assigned to 2 4-week rotations in clinical and non-clinical areas of their choosing. In addition, they participate in lunch and learn sessions and have additional learning opportunities and opportunities for one-day placements. All students who complete the internship will receive a scholarship, and 2 outstanding Academy students will receive a $1,000 scholarship in addition to their scholarship. Since its inception, hundreds of Ashtabula County juniors and seniors have participated in this program. We are pleased this year to welcome 15 students from 7 local high schools, including 3 from Geneva High School. Please join me in welcoming to the 2024 ACMC Academy class the following Geneva students: Kayla Pelletier Robinson, Taylor Schultz, and Mickey Zhang. Congratulations on all 3. This is a competitive process, and they have been accepted to participate in the program, and we look forward to welcoming them this summer. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I would like to welcome Miss Corinne Ball.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Corinne Ball, and I'm the current president of the Geneva Rotary Club. I'm here this morning to recognize 2 students who were selected to receive the Rotary Youth Leadership Award and attend Camp Ryla this June. They were chosen for their outstanding dedication and service to their school community. Ryla is one of Rotary International's 9 structured programs designed to help clubs and districts achieve their service goals both in their communities and in communities abroad, all while fostering fellowship and goodwill. Geneva is part of Rotary District 6630, and our Camp Ryla is a 5-day leadership training camp held at Baldwin Wallace University, June 9th through the 13th. Through Camp Ryla, the participants, the leaders of tomorrow, have the unique opportunity to be exposed to many facets of leadership by individuals who have already learned to be leaders in their professions and fields. On behalf of the Rotary Club of Geneva, it is my honor and privilege to recognize Michaela Bernardo and Sophie Galeazzo as the 2024 Rotary Youth Leadership Award recipients. Congratulations.
All right, next up, we welcome Petty Officer Andrew Hill from the United States Navy.
Good morning, everyone. So I am Petty Officer Hill, United States Navy, as you could probably tell. I've probably seen a bunch of you guys throughout the year. Congrats on graduating. So I am proud to say that we have a special student who decided to enlist. That student is Liam Markram. We spoke, I want to say, a couple months ago, and he decided, actually, the Navy is a pretty good decision. So he is going to be part of our Master at Arms program. That's our military police. He's going to get to travel the world and basically, after training, protect me and a bunch of other sailors. And after that, he gets a $200,000 college scholarship as well. So, Liam, if you would like to stand, and congratulations. All right, that's all I got. Congrats, everyone, again on graduating, and yeah, have fun out there.
Okay, at this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Chief Edward Bline, retired.
Can you all hear me? Good. I love using a microphone. I don't need one, but I use one. I'm here representing the Fleet Reserve Association. The Fleet Reserve Association is made up of Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard. If you don't have salt water in your veins, you can't get in. I spent 35 years in the United States Navy, 5 active and 30 in the reserves. For the young sailor and the 2 beautiful looking Marines back there, I always envy that uniform. They look so good in that dress uniform, it's downright disgusting. I never could look that good no matter how tired. To those guys, I want to say one thing. Put in your 20, and for the rest of your life, you'll get a letter every month saying, from the Office of the Navy, here's your pay. Remember that. It doesn't say from the Marine Corps. It says from the Navy. They're our stepchildren. We take them places, drop them off, let them play games. We come back a little while later, we pick them up. First thing we tell them is, okay, you had fun, you got to camp out, you got to shoot the guns, you had fireworks every night. Go take a shower, get a nap, supper is at 5, don't be late. And then we take them somewhere else. That's the way we treat the Marine Corps. And you know what? We love it. Because if it wasn't for those guys, people like me would have to go ashore and fight when we're not on liberty. And liberty is the only time a sailor is ever supposed to fight on shore. I am here today to present 2 awards to 9th graders for the Fleet Reserve Association Essay Contest. The Fleet Reserve Association Essay Contest is open for 7th through 12th graders, so all you people who missed out, sorry, you can try it again next year, except for the 12th graders. You're no longer eligible. The essay contest is a 3-phase essay contest. First phase is local. Second phase is regional. Third phase is national. We had 2 essays from Geneva High School, 9th graders, that did very well. Locally, one finished 3rd and the other one won locally. Today, I am going to give the 3rd place finisher his award, but the winner went on to regional. The good news and the bad news are the same thing. They finished 2nd. The good news is they finished 2nd. The bad news is they finished 2nd, which means they didn't go on to national. But by finishing 2nd, they won a trophy, a certificate, and a small sum of money, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, because if I do, you'll all want to borrow it. Okay? So our 9th grade 3rd place finisher locally was Matthew Haroon. Congratulations. Our second place in the region, which encompasses 14 states, 24 branches, is Bryn McCormick. Hang on, I'm getting to you. Oh, by the way, the good-looking lady who was taking the pictures, she got 27 years in the United States Navy as a Navy captain in the nurse corps. The first thing a Navy chief finds out and makes sure he has is a good officer to tell other people what to do.
Okay, next up, you know her, you love her, Mrs. Markajon.
That's a very tough act to follow, so I apologize. I will not be nearly as witty. All right. First up, it is my pleasure to present the Bosch and Lomb Honorary Science Award. This award is voted on by our science teachers at GHS and is presented each year to Geneva's top 11th grade science student. This is always a very difficult and challenging task to select just one student. We have amazing, wonderful students that are presenting awesome projects on a daily basis, as was demonstrated, if you watched yesterday, at our first annual STEM War competition at GHS, which was a lot of fun. So thank you all for participating. And yes, where is she? Mrs. Booth's class 1. The winner of this award is in the running for a $30,000 scholarship to the University of Rochester, should they choose to attend that school. So it is my honor this year to congratulate our recipient, Noah Peterson. Okay, also on behalf of the Geneva Science teachers, it is my pleasure to now recognize the students who have put in the extra effort to ask a question, propose a hypothesis, test the results, and draw conclusions. We are excited to listen to your projects and ask questions as you presented. We are very proud of this year's Science Fair recipients. We're going to start with freshmen first. So freshmen, if you participated, could you start to come on down? Daniel Freeman, Nathan Hutchins, Julia Craig, and Leah McMichael. Leah was our representative at both the district and state level, and we're extremely proud of her efforts and her success at that state level. If we could have the sophomores that participated start to make their way to the stage. Connor Brenneman, Cameron Bushnell, Sarah Cybalski, Chloe Dodge, Amy Fernandez, Quinn Hurd, Gianna Marcajon, Jovan Sanchez, Addison Satterfield, and Adeline Shepard. Okay, juniors, if you want to come down, there is a lot of you. Please come on down. Great job, guys. You're gonna make me read all these names and wait. Okay. Deanna Baylog, Luke Barbo, Preston Cash, Abigail Castrilla, Addie Cordova, Jameel Douglas, Hayden Deemer, Sophie Galeazzo, Abby Griffiths, Ava Herrick, Tyler Lee, Julia McDaniel, Kyle Opron, Andrew Oros, Cadence Pavelson, Noah Peterson, Donald Shimpsky, Larry Stamper, Mark Stamper, and Olivia Todd. So I was hoping they'd come up prior to handing out. Almost done. And finally, our seniors. Haley Booth, Caden Davis, Maya Evangelista, John Morris, Isaac Riddell, Zeke Heron, Nathan Rich. Congratulations and thank you all.
Next up, Mrs. Blevins.
Phi Beta Kappa is an academic honorary organization for college students. It is the oldest and most prestigious organization of its kind in the United States. Each year, the Cleveland chapter of Phi Beta Kappa recognizes one student from each of 130 different schools in Northeast Ohio who has shown great promise and ability while still in high school. This year, our Geneva High School winner is Grace Dubsky.
I have mixed feelings about this next presenter. He's pulling a LeBron. He got that phone call from the North Shore. He's taking his talents to somewhere else. He will be sorely missed. But I promise you, every day we're going to do something to try to bring him back. Next up, Mr. Dalton.
Good morning, Geneva. I'm here to present the Industrial Arts Golden Hammer Award. This is sponsored by ATEC. Some of the backstory on the Golden Hammer Award. I may have received one of these the year that I graduated from high school, so that's where it led me to. I was here today. Well, it was a stone tied to a stick, you know. So it's very special to me. So when I started teaching here, I decided to give it to a deserving senior also that has had home maintenance and industrial arts and woodshop, so that they may use some of those skills when they leave here and their curiosities have, been enlightened with the knowledge of hands-on learning. Usually these are pretty fresh, like this one still smells like spray paint. I started making it yesterday, which usually is the way the last 9 of these have gone. So this year's Golden Hammer Award goes to Bailey Evangelista.
All right. Just a quick message, and I'm sure you guys have figured this out by just absolutely how much she does. Nothing in this building would be possible without Mrs. DeBacker, who is our next presenter. So if we could just say thank you to Mrs. DeBacker for a quick second. Because I promise you, over the last 8 months, she has been my guidance counselor as well.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to recognize the Hobie representatives for Geneva this year. Founded in 1958, the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership's program mission is to inspire and develop our global community of youth and volunteers to a life dedicated to leadership, service, and innovation. The Hobie program provides youth selected by their schools to participate in unique learning, leadership, training, service learning, and motivation building experiences. This year, Sarah Cybalski and Amy Fernandez will represent Geneva.
At this time, I'd like to welcome back Mr. Jeff Griffiths.
All right, I'm back to announce the Outstanding Junior and Outstanding Senior Writer Award. Geneva Academic Boosters provides a small little financial gift, and the award is determined and recognizing the excellence in writing as determined by the English staff at Geneva High School. The award dates back to the 1990s. I always bring a special pen with me. This one I brought can write in the freezer. It's true. All right, so the Outstanding Junior Award winner this year is Sophie Galeazzo. And the Outstanding Senior Writer for this year is Maya Evangelista. Congratulations.
Okay. So just like the last presenter, our next presenter, Ms. Andreas and Ms. Conrad, without these two, this year would not have happened. I'm gratefully appreciative of everything they do every single day for all of us. They're the only reason that flag's on the pole and the doors are open in the morning.
While he thinks it's us that makes it work, I believe it's you guys that make it work. Thank you for being here every day. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for keeping the heartbeat of this school beating. We appreciate you. We love you. But there's a special group of kids who work in the office with us every year, and it's kind of a thankless job. This is just that little piece of thank you that we can give them. At this time, if Riley Andrusis, Leah Bell, Sophia Bell, Lexi Besco, Savannah Burton, Hannah Costello, Sarah Cybulski, Ricky DePetta, Gianna Markajon, Moira Kinzerski, Luke Kruzelic, Mackenzie Lyons, Megan McNeil, Sydney Park, Adeline Shepard, Jocelyn Sturm, and Julia Trask would come forward. We just want to take a quick second and tell you thank you. There's so much that these guys do that we don't have the opportunity to show the appreciation to them. This is just a minute that we have for you. Love you guys.
All right. Next up is going to be Mrs. Hurst and Mr. Mansky. Another two folks. Mrs. Hurst honestly does the work of 10 people, and Mr. Mansky is Mr. Mansky. I love him, but he's Mr. Mansky. No. The whole guidance department, I think all of us have visited them at one time or another, and whether Ms. Hurst knows it or not, she's probably an amazing guidance counselor herself. You know, doesn't have that nameplate or whatever, but I think she keeps us all floating along pretty well.
Good morning, folks. I can't believe it's May 21st, and look how far we've come. And I see some of the seniors out there, like I see Carly over here, who I didn't know existed until, because it's always about Adam, and then I see McKenna over here, you're a senior. I was just talking to Chloe this morning, and she's talking about her Disney trip, and she is a senior graduating. Where the time went? It's been a pleasure to working with you guys, and some of the juniors and the freshmen and sophomores we'll get to know better. I see Mrs. Kaufman here. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. And Mrs. Cybulski, I've seen you like 4 times in the last 3 days, just running into you everywhere. So welcome. And we're here for the Guidance Awards. I say it's fun or pleasurable to working with the kids. It kind of keeps them young at heart as I'm getting older, as I look in the mirror by the week, it seems like. Guys keep me young at heart and see what's going on and get to know the kids a little bit better. And we really couldn't run the office without the help of the kids. As you guys know, with scheduling time, beginning of school year, second semester changes, you guys really keep it together for us. So with that, we have some awards for likes of kids. And if you guys want to clap like you did for the principal's office, that would be great. So we'll start with Deanna Baylog, Caden Collins, Nate Cesar, Sarah Sabalski, Michaela Davis, Chloe Dodge, Hannah Dunn, McKenna Ferrante, Abigail Griffiths, Kayla Hyde, Emma Leverett, Ireland Mongel, Haley Moore, Abigail O'Malley, Sapphire Manis, Jillian Menard, Delaney Paxton, Mackenzie Perry, Peyton Porter, Ella Niset, Jovan Sanchez, Amelia Whitehead, Caitlin Wallace, and Adele Zaid Akalani. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Coming back up is Ms. Blevins.
All right, I'm back for the 2024 Best of Class. So WEWS Channel 5, along with the support of the Ohio Lottery Commission, is proud to honor Northeast Ohio's top academic achievers in the annual Best of Class. This program recognizes top achieving graduating seniors from high schools around the region. Nominated students will be included in a 30-second commercial that's intended to congratulate hard work and encourage academic excellence in others. We have two that will be honored in the Best of Class this year. So congratulations, 2024 Best of Class, Grace Dubsky and Maya Evangelista. Make sure to keep an eye out for their commercial. I'm pretty excited about it.
All right, next up is Mrs. Dragan. Come on down.
Good morning. I am here to announce the Ashtabula County Botany Competition participants. And just to give you a little bit of history on botany, botany is the study of plants. And I get asked this every single year. Mrs. Dragan, what is botany? Well, what we do is there were two gentlemen that were amateur botanists, and they live and grew up in Ashtabula County and decided that one day they were going to see if they could get a competition in Ashtabula County going. So they went to every school in Ashtabula County and asked them to participate. And that was 25 years ago. And this competition, even though they are no longer involved in it, that this is their legacy. And so the 5 students, I actually have 6, but the 5 students that competed in the fall Tree ID competition, they ended up getting first place. And so I would like to call them up, and what they do is they have to go out for the fall tree identification, and they have approximately 25 plants, trees that they have to identify, and they have to get it down to the genus species of that plant. And so these 5 students, they knocked it out of the park. Please give a round of applause for Preston Cash, Bridget Doherty, Julia McDaniel, Maya Evangelista, and Lillian Nadson. Then, that's the fall. In the spring, we also have the wildflower competition. And again, these are native plants to northeastern Ohio, and they had about 30 plants that they had to identify, down to, again, the genus species of those plants. This is probably one of the hardest parts of the competition all year. And again, they did a fantastic job, and they ended up getting second place this year. I would also like to bring up another student who kind of took over one of the positions at the last minute, and she did a fantastic job. Lillian Culley, if you could please come up.
All right. For the next couple of awards, I would like to introduce Mr. Yost.
I have no affiliation to these awards. They just asked me because everyone else said no. The first one is the, hold on, I gotta go my list. Foreign exchange students we're honoring. This year, Geneva High School had the opportunity to host 5 foreign exchange students. They've made many friends. They've taken classes that challenged them and had a chance to take classes that were not available in their home countries. They've also enlightened us with their knowledge and information about their home countries. And they've not only attended GHS, but they became one of us. Once an Eagle, always an Eagle. I'm happy to recognize first names only. I'll probably still screw them up. Pooh, Tanya, Hulslin, Sarah, and Pietro. I'm also here to present on behalf of Mrs. Monahan, the outstanding art student. The outstanding art student is Haley Moore. Haley is a very talented artist who continues to grow in skill and technique. She painted the winning design for the Asheville American Legion Patriotic Mural Contest. Haley's art is expressive, original, and well-crafted. A dedicated art student like Haley is open to new ideas and experiences in the world of art. She has taken art classes here at Geneva for all 4 years, where she valued beauty in all art forms. Haley will be missed in the art room next year as she goes out into the world to create and do more wonderful things.
Picture over here, picture.
All right. I would like to welcome Mrs. Durkovic up to the podium.
Hello, GHS. Good to see you guys out there today. Well, I have a few awards that we're going to do today, but I wanted to start out with telling a little bit about what the Seal of Biliteracy exam is, and that is offered to Spanish 4 students. The Spanish Seal of Biliteracy exam is a national exam that recognizes graduating seniors who demonstrate high levels of proficiency in both Spanish and English in the areas of writing, speaking, listening, and reading. Only 14% of all students in the U.S. that take this exam pass. We had several Spanish 4 students take this grueling 3-week exam, and I'm so proud of their hard work. Spanish 4 students, if you took this exam, would you please come up here on the stage with me? We got a nice group up here. Gonna miss you guys. As they're making their way up here, unfortunately, the testing center has been extremely behind in getting our test scores back, and we received one final test score back yesterday. I wish we would have received them all so you guys could know where you're at with this. But the one that we did get back yesterday, Pepita Dubsky. She's our first student to pass. Congratulations. And I know you're wondering, who's Pepita? It's Grace, okay? And guys, I'm looking forward to seeing those scores come in. As soon as they come in, you know I will track you down like a dog, all right? I'm really excited. Spanish 4, estoy muy orgulloso de ustedes. Yo amo a todos ustedes. Son mis hijos para siempre en mi corazón. ¿Está bien? Okay. Love you guys. All right, I'm really proud of you. Again, we're looking for, just to let you guys know, as we get the scores back, they send one score at a time, per person. And so we're waiting on it all the time. But we do have 10 students who are waiting on one last score that if they get this certain score, they pass. So we could have 11 students pass this thing, which is kind of unheard of. So I'm super proud of them, like super proud. So congrats, you guys. Stay right here, stay right here. I want to start off saying how this year was very difficult in selecting for this Outstanding Senior Spanish Award. We can only pick just one. I mean, if you look at this group, there's a ton of them, right? And so how do you pick one? Across the board, several of our students have had great success in their high school career in Spanish class. In fact, each week our seniors are reporting to me their scores of their entrance exam for Spanish courses from their respective colleges. I am proud to say that these results are quite frankly unreal. We have several students entering college only needing 2 courses of Spanish to obtain their minor in Spanish. A lot of them just say, well, we really don't know where to put you, so just pick 2 classes to take. And they're like, Senora, what should I take? And I'm like, take conversational Spanish or something that's easy and fun. You've done all your work here. I've worked you like a dog, me and Mrs. Best, So have fun with it now. We have several students, this all goes back to their hard work and seeing the value in learning the Spanish language for their future careers. I also want to thank Mrs. Best for her outstanding foundation that she lays for Spanish for students in Spanish 1. The Outstanding Senior Spanish Award is awarded to a senior who has taken Spanish 1 through 4 and has demonstrated the following: a strong work ethic in the classroom, good communication skills in the target language, and a positive attitude towards teachers and classmates. This year's recipient has worked hard in the classroom from day one. This recipient not only works hard for every grade, but is willing to help others out and consistently has a positive attitude. I have come to know this recipient well over the last 3 years of Spanish, Spanish 2 through 4, and I'm looking forward to seeing this young woman return to GHS someday to share her many accomplishments I know she will soon be having in college. Without further ado, this year's Outstanding Senior Spanish Award goes to Luciana Palmasano. I'm really proud of you guys. Great job. Great job, Spanish 4. Yeah, this way. You guys, we'll come out this way. Everybody come out this way. Come out this way. Everybody, we're going to get a photo. Vamos a sacar una foto, okay?
Transitioning to French. Everybody say bonjour, Madame Wood.
Bonjour tout le monde. Okay. In a country as large as the United States, many people find it unnecessary to learn a foreign language, preferring to speak only English. In Europe, where countries are much smaller, and the interaction of the European Union makes it essential to know 2, 3, maybe even 4 foreign languages, why then do we not wish to hold the same high standards of language acquisition that our European neighbors do? Second and third world countries also find it necessary to learn English, at least, and other languages as well, to be able to successfully compete in an ever-changing world community. Okay. When I was working at Conneaut, I received a lot of literature for universities and colleges all over the country, encouraging students to take foreign languages. And one of those universities was Middlebury College in Vermont, and they specialize in foreign language study. And there was a flyer that came to my attention, and on this flyer it presented us with 5 reasons why everyone should know at least 2 languages. So I'm going to give you those 5 reasons right now. Number 1, students who study a world language for just 1 year score an average of 38 points higher on their SATs. With 4 years of study, students got an average of 100 points higher. Number 2, people who know 2 languages are nicer. They are better able to tolerate differences and find solutions to conflicts. Number 3, according to an MIT study, people who know 2 or more languages earn an average of $128,000 more in their lifetime. I think I could use a little more money in my lifetime. Number 4, the National Institute of Health discovered that people who speak more than 1 language are much better at multitasking, although I find you guys are pretty good at multitasking yourselves, even if you don't take foreign language. And finally, number 5, there was a study in Scotland done in 1947, which was quite a long time ago. 835 11-year-olds were tested on their cognitive ability.
Between 2008 and 2010, those same people were retested when they were in their 70s. Of the 835 case studies, 260 knew at least 2 languages. And of those 260 people tested, they significantly scored higher in cognitive function than their solely English-speaking peers. So I hope maybe hearing those statistics and and all that information, you might venture out and try to explore the learning of a foreign language. Now, Mrs. Durkovic laid out all of the different things that we do as a foreign language department here at Geneva High School. We pick one outstanding French and Spanish student. I have only 2 students. And throughout the year, I kept thinking and going back and forth, oh, I'll choose this one. And then the next one would come along and do something amazing. Oh, okay, I'll choose this one. So, unlike Mrs. Durkovic, I have decided to give the 2024 Outstanding French Certificate to Charles Caldwell and Gabriel Dewey. Now, both of these students have taken the Seal of Biliteracy test, and as Mrs. Durkovic has explained to you, this is a very grueling test. It tests the students in 4 areas: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. And out of the 2 students, we received a seal for Gabriel Dewey. Please offer him your congratulations. Thank you.
All right. Let's welcome Miss Markajon back up to the stage, please.
Our GHS Quiz Bowl team had a fantastic year. Our students have been meeting since the beginning of October to challenge themselves in academic trivia. Our season started out, the first time for Mrs. Unsinger and myself, we took home a winning finish at the Channel 5 Academic Challenge. We came in 3rd place at the CVC competition at Berkshire. And in our county league competition, we finished 1st, as well as placing 1st place in this year's Scholastic Bowl. So our students did a fantastic job, and we are so proud of them. I do want to remind someone up on the stage that they owe our crew a little treat. So I want to speak out. You got it. All right, we are looking obviously next year for new members. If you're interested, it's a great time. It's a lot of fun. We have a few seniors that are leaving us, so we need to replace them. So please consider coming out for next year. But we're going to start with some of the students who came to practices, didn't get to compete as much as they wanted to, but we still want to recognize them. So we have Peyton Leiter, Megan McNeil, McKenna Ferrante, Hannah Dunn, Addie Cordova, Jameel Douglas, that's that crew. Can you help me pass that? Thank you. And then next up we have Tyler Lee, Kayla Pelletier Robinson, Zachary Dunn, Sarah Cybalski, Bridget Doherty, Sophie Galeazzo, and 2 very irreplaceable, Caden Collins and Riley Platt.
Okay. We're down to two more. So our next presenter, I truly need to thank this year. I didn't know Mr. Chenoweth before this year at all. I had no clue who he was. We could not have picked a better person. Our personalities, our backgrounds just fit incredibly well, and I am thankful every day that he's part of the office crew with me. So come on up, Mr. Chenoweth.
Wow, thank you, Mr. King. It is my honor and privilege to announce a winner for perfect attendance, and it is my understanding that this student not only won this year, but has also won in previous years. So, perfect attendance. Please welcome Logan Evangelista.
All right, and I'm going to present this one. This was dropped off just this morning. On behalf of Lori Slimmer and the University Hospital's Walk for the Cure, I would like to present an award to Gavin Simmons for the second place design for the Design for a Cure contest. Come on up, Gavin. Or not. Okay, well, that. Okay, so I've mentioned a lot of nice things about a lot of nice people, but a few months ago, we met for the first time, and I've been in education long before you were even born. This is year 27. So I've been doing this a while, and I've been in a few different schools. And I truly, truly mean what I'm about to say. I have never met a student body that cares about each other, about their town, about their school, than I have with you folks. It is amazing how much heart and energy you put into this building, into your town, into each other. For the seniors, it breaks my heart because we're just getting to know each other. We're just figuring this out, and you guys have to leave. I get that. I was trying to figure out a way to fail some of you, but oh well. Juniors, I may have it figured out next year, so ha ha ha. But truly, I just want to tell you, and again, like at Nordonia, I was there 11 years. It's where I grew up. You guys are solid. Like, truly, I would take you guys any day. Thank you very much for being amazing. Just one quick note for those of you that will be joining us tomorrow for senior scholarships. We're going to have a lot of company with us. We're going to be recording it. So I know many of you looked snazzy today. Try to do it up one more for tomorrow. It would be gratefully appreciated. Anything last minute, Mr. Backer? All right, folks. Thank you for being amazing, and we can head back to class.